Welcome back. Today we're doing the ultimate shortcut, digging into some session notes from a filler D&D game. It was called a SugarFops Hit Hedone.
Right. And we're zeroing in on just the first session. A level 1 job, super classic, rats in the cellar.
Sounds simple enough.
Well, that's the thing. Our mission here is to pull out the surprising bits hidden in this seemingly mundane task.
Okay.
We want to show you how this quick pest control thing, it actually uncovers some pretty complex conflicts, some really selfish character stuff, and major communication breakdowns.
Gotcha. So let's set the scene. Hedone, what was available work-wise? I remember the notes mentioned some big contracts.
Oh, yeah. The job board had these huge opportunities, like the Auric Trade Consortium wanted surveyors. Big business, right? Offering hundreds of gold, shares even, but for long trips. Like 100 days out surveying. Or exploring on a galleon for 6 months. High stakes.
Big commitments.
Yeah.
But they didn't go for those.
Nope. Instead, the party, they ended up talking to Brennar Oatmarch, a baker.
Right, the baker. And he was limping. Injured from
the Alsatian conflict, yeah.
Yeah.
Still feeling it. He just needed help clearing out his cellar. Said he had rats, and they were getting into his special river green rye. Crucial for his business, Oatmarch and Sons.
Okay, standard quest hook, rats in the cellar. So what was the deal?
Well, Ray, the party's, let's say, negotiator.
Uh-oh.
He pushed the payment up, got 53 gold, which isn't bad for level 1 rat cleanup, but the real priority for him...
Oh, was it?
Getting Brennar to write him an introduction note to a local banker, a guy named Aureus Crefet.
So even before starting, Ray's already focused on his next angle, not the baker's rat problem.
Exactly. Personal gain over the task at hand, which really sets the stage for what happens next.
Down in the cellar.
Down in the cellar. They get down there, and surprise, it's not just rats, not common vermin.
What then?
They find these creatures, humanoid rats basically, standing 3, maybe 4 feet tall, rat folk.
Oh. And
one of them steps forward, puffing out its chest, claims the title Longtooth. So right away, you know this isn't pest control.
It's a confrontation, a territorial thing.
Definitely a resource conflict. But here's where it gets, dark. While the fighting or clearing is happening, Ray slips away, finds this dusty old wooden rocking horse tucked in a corner. It's got Brennar Jr. carved into it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's this really fragile, painful memento. Brennar's linked to his late wife, May, and the family they never actually got to have.
And Ray just took it.
Stole it.
Yeah.
While the party was still there. And later, when Brennar pays them, he's just heartbroken, realizing he'd lost, in his words, May and the boys we never had, because the horse was gone.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Just cold opportunism right there.
It really makes you question things. Was this just Ray being awful, or is there something bigger driving this conflict?
So what was driving it? Why were the rat folk even in the cellar?
Right, let's zoom out. Turns out their warren, their home, it got flooded. Geomancers, magical engineers, basically. They were dredging the nearby Ordgast River.
Dredging the river. Why?
Well, likely to make it deeper. Allow bigger ships through, ships that could service those huge Auric Trade Consortium contracts we mentioned earlier.
So the town's development, chasing bigger trade, it pushed the rat folk out.
Exactly. The monsters in the cellar were actually refugees, victims of municipal expansion driven by trade interests.
Okay, that adds a whole new layer. But wait, Ray still stole the horse. He still attacked first down there, right?
He did. The systemic issue created the situation, but individual choices made it worse, especially the diplomacy attempt.
There was diplomacy.
Sort of. Sir Praxis, he's this rather foppish dragonborn paladin. He tries to parlay, but he uses all this flowery language about the stage and performance. Very theatrical.
How did the rat folk take that?
Amazingly, the ratfolk matriarch seemed to interpret it as some kind of respectful ritual. She thought he was initiating a formal process. Yeah. They knelt down, offered salted fish, this milky drink. They were genuinely trying to share whiskerfolk food, as they called it, and negotiate a truce based on his weird speech.
Wow. A chance for peace? Based on a misunderstanding.
A fragile one. And it lasted all of maybe 30 seconds.
What happened?
Ray, just bored with the talking, apparently, drew his sword, and straight up attacked the kneeling rat folk leader who was offering them food.
He just attacked while they were trying to parlay.
Yeah, parlay over, instant chaos.
Man, okay, so the takeaway here.
The core thing, I think, is that this simple rats in the cellar job, it wasn't simple at all. It was a symptom, a crisis of displacement, directly triggered by bigger economic and development forces, the river dredging for trade.
Fighting the symptoms, not the cause.
Pretty much. We often end up fighting the immediate problem, the monsters, without seeing how they got there.
So it makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How often are the monsters we face actually just victims of our own larger plans, our progress?
It's a tough question.
And what about that note Ray got? Brenner's introduction to the banker, Aureus Crefet. What does that little piece of paper mean for where this conflict goes next? Something to chew on.